Good afternoon, Trinity. I wanted to take this opportunity to let you know about the very important Next Steps Together meetings that we've had. About a month ago, we had our first town hall meeting. We called it Next Steps Together. Had about 40 people there and a wonderful conversation about our youth ministry, our student ministry position, that full-time position that we want to hire. And then about a week ago, we had our second follow-up town hall meeting, Next Steps Together 2. And through all of those conversations, we learned some very important lessons. I wanted to share with you a couple of things that we learned and then our path forward. First of all, we've learned, and it's been reiterated to us, how important this position is. We've been talking about this position in reference to our early childhood and our children and our students. And some in the meetings have said, now wait, this youth position is very, very important. And we acknowledge that, understand that. An 11th grader is going to ask some very hard questions of their teachers and their youth leader and their student minister that an early childhood toddler would not ask, or a fourth grader would not ask. And so it's a very pivotal time in our students' lives. It's a very important time in the adolescent phase and the high school phase, and so this position is very important. We learned that lesson. It's important. It's been brought to our attention once again of how important that position is. And second of all, we know that there really needs to be a very, very clear process in bringing this position on. And we learned that, and we began listing on a whiteboard in those meetings. If you were there, you recall the process that we will have. And it'll be a written process. It'll include input from the church, submitting names for an interview team. We were calling it an advisory team in the town hall meetings, and then going to the leadership council, and finally to the personnel team. We understand that process needs to be very clear and very fair and have a lot of church input. So we learned that lesson as well. So what's coming up? Well, this Sunday, we're going to have an insert in our worship guide. We began at our last meeting to talk about characteristics that we would like to see in our student minister, in our youth minister. And so if you would like to think and pray about 3 of the top characteristics that you would like to see, the insert in this week's worship guide will have a place for you to respond to that. What are your top 3 characteristics for a youth minister? And we also took some names for the potential interview team, that advisory team, who's going to be doing the interviews for this position. And so if you know of someone who maybe they have a youth, maybe they have a vested interest, they're a very mature, solid Christian, and you'd like to submit their name so that our leadership council can put that team together, bring that name with you on Sunday, because that too will be on the insert. And so the church will have a say, the church will have input, and we always want it to be that way. We're very transparent, and we're a lay-led, church-led team and church. So thank you so much. God bless. Hope you have a blessed week, and we'll see you Sunday.